Everybody right now is obsessed with AI. Scrapers, agents, tools, automations, all very important, really cool. But let me tell you something most people are not going to understand while they waste the next 2 years chasing prompts. The new gold rush is not just AI. It's the surrounding businesses that have problems, issues, heavy workloads that AI will help an operator solve. That is the new gold rush. The data, how you're going to get it, fix it, sell it, make it better to the end consumer. Because AI can help you move faster, but the public records data is what's going to show you where all the money is. So if you can use the AI tools to help you get the money out of the data, that's the ticket. The courthouses alone in this country have more opportunities sitting in it than most people's business plans. The problem is most people don't know how to read it, know what it means, look through it, or see the system. And that's the difference between a consumer and an operator. Customers chase trends, operators study systems. Now look, I am not anti-AI, but I understand that it matters about the person using the AI. You could have the most brilliant AI agentic, whatever version in front of you, but if you're not utilizing it the correct way, the tools are useless. So it is about the operator who's using it and how that is going to produce whatever outcome for your business. So you need to use it the correct way. AI is just not going to fix your weak business model. It'll give you suggestions and tools to get there. AI is also not going to make a broke offer valuable for you. It's going to help you work through your offer. AI is not going to create demand where there's no real problem. You have to solve that and use the AI as a tool. Then you can become powerful, very powerful. Everybody's talking about the one-person business right now, and it's true. It's very doable. The things I see AI do on a weekly basis absolutely blows my mind over and over again. So I get it, and I'm on the train, but I'm realistic about how to use it and how to benefit our business with the new tools that come out all the time. But here is the trap. One-person businesses are still built on weak opportunities. Another agency, another course, another newsletter, another cooking show, another automation offer, another I help coaches business. That stuff gets so crowded and it's boring to hear it over and over again, the same things everybody's doing. So the better question is not how do I use AI? The better question is, where is there a broken system that AI can help me attack and solve? Public records and data are powerful because there's no opinions about it. They're not guru screenshots. They're not motivational quotes. They're not some guy in an Airbnb telling you he made $80,000 last month. Public records show you what happened and what's still there. Who foreclosed, who the judgment was on, who the property sold to, who was it from, whether there's a surplus of excess proceeds, whether there's liens, whether the owner's dead, whether probate may be needed, whether there's actually money sitting there for someone like you to help recover. That's why public records are the new gold rush. Not because they're hidden, they are not. They're very much public knowledge. But public does not mean obvious. And simple does not mean easy all the time. The edge is not access. The edge is the interpretation. Everybody can go see these records. Only few know what these records mean and how to extract value out of it. One of the clearest examples of this is surplus funds or excess proceeds, tax overages, foreclosure overages, mortgage overages, bankruptcy claims. Whatever the state or the county, they call it and they hold the money. When a property goes through foreclosure, it's eventually seized and then later sold at a tax sale auction. If it sells at that auction for more than the debt that was owed, let's say there was $50,000 in back taxes and it's sold at the auction for $100,000, there is a $50,000 surplus funds that were generated from that sale. And they are going to sit with the county until the rightful owner or heir claims it. And if they don't claim it within the right amount of time, guess what? That government agency is going to keep it and absorb it for their own use. So this is not finding some loophole. This is not taking advantage of somebody. This is not some internet side hustle. This is an actual claims recovery business. The person already lost the property. The question is whether the money left behind is rightfully theirs to recover and if you're going to help them get it. And the reason most people fail in this business is because they want the easy work. They want the shortcuts. They hear, find a list, call a person, close the deal, and they think that's it. Now, generally, that is the motion, but there are layers between it to make sure it actually happens correctly. And the fact that it's difficult at first, not when you understand it and have a system, but the fact that it's difficult at first is actually a blessing. It's our moat. It keeps out the weaklings, the fakers, the people who just want to hop in and make a check and have no idea what they're doing. It weeds them out right away. The list, that is not the money. That is not your business. The lead, still not the money. The foreclosure, not the money. A possible surplus, still, guys, not your money. Verified money is the money. Confirmed ownership is the money. A clean claimant and legal path, that's your money. If you want to understand why this business is different, you need to understand public records and the data that's available. It gives you all of the information on these records, in these counties, in the public records, the date of the foreclosure, when the foreclosure happened, when it sold, what it sold for, the timeline of the foreclosure process. Was it a tax sale, a sheriff's sale, HOA foreclosure, partition, court-ordered sale? Guys, there's things listed there that are plain English for you to see. It gives you the path so you can understand exactly how to collect these funds on the behalf of somebody. So you can show them the way and bring the value. In this business, guessing if the money's there or guessing the ownership, that's gonna get you burned. You're gonna chase ghosts for weeks or months maybe. After you get on the phone and close somebody, that's when people tend to get lazy. But that's when the case starts. You finally got the permission. Make sure you're handling this the correct way. Make sure you're signing up the right person. Make sure when you hand it to the attorney, he has a bow on it so he can file it with the courts and get this money back in a safe and timely manner. So you don't have to keep running back to the client, being embarrassed, looking like you forgot or didn't know what was going on, having them sign new documents and go through loopholes. This is another reason why we use an attorney-backed model. Not only does it add an A+ level of compliance, it gives you an officer of the court as a safe pass-through so your client and you can feel really comfortable and safe about the money being handled correctly, as well, guys, as the file being filed correctly. The attorney's gonna vet the paperwork. He's not going to submit it unless everything is there that he needs. So we are not just calling people and hoping. We verify, educate, inform, offer our free legal expert service, file it correctly with the county, bring it all the way home, and get them their money back. That's proof, that's execution, and that's what matters to these people that you're calling. Now, this is where AI becomes useful in these situations, in these opportunities. Not as the business, as the weapon, as your tool. AI can help organize the records, scrape the records, verify the records, build follow-ups. They can help flag missing documents. It can help create county research workflows or absolute sales workflows. It can help you and your team move faster, point blank, period. But AI cannot replace judgment. It cannot magically know if an airship is a clean path without the right tools ingested into it. It can't build a trust with a family on a phone call. AI, as of yet, still can't replace an attorney filing the paperwork and going through the process with the courts. AI is going to give you speed. Public records is going to give you direction. And then the legal process is going to give you legitimacy. The operator who combines all three is a dangerous operator. The reason why this matters so much right now, talking about excess proceeds, foreclosures, and surplus funds, is because the real estate market right now is not in a normal space. Buyers are squeezed, sellers are stuck, rates are still pretty heavy and going up as it seems. Inventory is moving unevenly throughout the country, and foreclosure activity has been on the rise and at a 20% increase year over year every month in 2026 so far. So while everyone's arguing whether real estate's hot, cold, crashing, recovering, or frozen, I'm looking at the back end. Because when properties move through distress, records get created. When records get created, claim paths appear. When claim paths appear, operators have work to do. You do not need to buy the property. You do not need to wholesale the home. You don't need to beat somebody up or steal a good price from somebody. In surplus funds, the property is already gone. The question is whether the former owner has funds that are left over to him, which most of the time he has no idea exists or don't have the means or the know-how to get it back through the procedural legal maze on his own. This business is not for everybody. And honestly, this is why I like it. If you need everything spoon-fed to you, this isn't for you. If you're scared to call people, this is not for you. If you can't follow up, if you can't read documents, if you want easy internet money, this is not for you. But if you can research, communicate, build trust, follow up, and stay organized, this is one of the most overlooked models out there. And I speak from experience with over $15 million in recovered funds. Once you start to understand public records, you see the whole ocean much more blue, and you can understand this opportunity. You stop asking, what trend should I chase? You start asking, what system is broken? What records can prove? And where is the money trapped? Here's a simple way to think about it. You need a foreclosure, a tax sale, an excess amount of funds left over to create the opportunity. You don't call somebody because you think money exists. That would be foolish. You verify it. You verify ownership, chain of title. You find the correct people to reach out to first. Then, when you have confidence in the correct claim path, you can call with the entire story, build trust, and offer your service. And honestly, it's kind of a no-brainer on the other end for them. Most people are not going to understand surplus funds. It's not your job to sell them or close them right off the bat. Your first job is to explain what happened in a way that they can understand it. This is where the attorney-backed model matters. The paperwork has to match the facts, the claimant, the jurisdiction, and the court process. This is not a lead gen game. This is a verification and execution game. So when I say the new gold rush is public records, I don't mean go download a county list and start harassing people. I mean learn how to read the system and then create your workflow, and you can rinse and repeat over and over and over again. Foreclosures create records. Records reveal claims. Claims require a process. Processes create recovery. Recovery creates income. Everybody else can keep arguing about the next AI tool. I care about where the money is, who it belongs to, what the record says, and what it takes to recover it. Because guys, the money is not hidden. It's documented for everybody to see. And the people who learn how to read the documents, they're gonna eat. If you wanna learn more about surplus funds, using the AI to actually generate your business, a mentorship or support group, reach out. Let's talk and let's make some money. More importantly, let's help some families.